Some of the places you can visit when you're in Zanzibar is the Forodhani market, where they sell food, and it's open from 6 p.m. I think all the way to midnight. They have all sorts of food, and most of them are local food, so I would suggest you go there and at least try the local food in Zanzibar. So before we proceed, we'll have a recap of part 1, whereby we talked about buying the ticket as well as transportation, and we started off on places and things to do when in Tanzania. If you have not watched that, you should watch that before this probably. I'll have it linked below and somewhere on the screen, so let's get back to the video. Nungwi Beach. They have the most beautiful sunsets. I went there once and I just loved the sunset. I took a shot and it's probably one of my favorite shots that I've taken. So just visit Nungwi. It's like a few hours from Stone Town, but it is worth it. I would suggest you go there either during sunrise or sunset just to get the beautiful view. Prison Island also holds a lot of history in it, so I would suggest you go there as well. And also Stone Town. Stone Town is where it's the entry point for those who are coming to Zanzibar by boat. And it is a very safe city. It has a lot of old buildings. It has great hotels and they have cameras on every street, so you will definitely feel safe. Magoroto in Tanga is also a nice place you can visit. I've not been there yet, but it is definitely on my bucket list. Another place is Uluguru Waterfalls in Morogoro. This is also a must-see. If you are on Instagram, you can see some of the pictures from the Uluguru Waterfalls, and it is beautiful. Dodoma is our capital city, and it is just picking up with development, so I would suggest you visit Dodoma. They have great places. You'll get to see the Parliament of Tanzania, and you'll also get to see the University of Dodoma. The University of Dodoma is located uphill, so on your way there you can stop somewhere and see the whole of Dodoma, and it is a beautiful sight. Mwanza, also known as Rock City. I'd say Mwanza is one of my favorite cities in Tanzania. If I was to live somewhere right now, it would definitely be Mwanza. The weather is wonderful. There is not too much noise. It is developed but not crowded, and it is just a peaceful place for me. Places you can visit while you're in Mwanza include Lake Victoria, the Sukuma Museum, and Charcoal Ribs Restaurant, which is like it's almost an hour from the city center, and it's by the water, and they have like good surroundings. It is just a good view. It's a good place to just go and distress and have good food. There is no way you can travel to Tanzania and not try the local food. Please be cautious if you have a sensitive stomach. Maybe you should not eat everything, but just try things in small portions. Some of our local food include ugali, pilau, chapati, chips mayai, chips mvurugo, makande, and there are so many more. So when you're there, just ask around for the local food and local restaurants you can eat from. There's also things that are called mama-ntilie, which is like street food, but they have really good food. So if you want to take the risk, please go ahead and eat from a mama-ntilie. But if you want to stay on the safer side, there are so many restaurants that you can eat from as well. A restaurant that you can check out while you're in Dar es Salaam is Butter Point. It is not a fancy place, but they have great food. Finally, I'm gonna give you some general tips. Respect the culture. The Tanzanian culture, just like a lot of African cultures, is different from a lot of Western cultures. So when you go there, just be open-minded, try to learn as much as you can from the culture. Don't go imposing your culture and beliefs on the Tanzanians there. Be understanding and see what you can learn from them, and things that you don't like, maybe you can politely suggest alternatives, but don't go with the intentions of changing the Tanzanians to behave or believe or act like you do. Socialize. Tanzanians are very, very friendly. So try to talk to people. A lot of people will be friendly to you. Even if you don't know Swahili, they will try a lot to speak English and speak to you in your language. Just socialize. That's what I can say. Socialize with people. When I go to Tanzania, I basically talk to everyone. Bargain. The price is not final for a lot of the sellers, unless it's like a supermarket or I don't even know, basically just a supermarket. That's the only place that the price is final. But if you go to any shop, just bargain, like bargain until the point where you cannot bargain anymore. They probably will double the price for you, especially if you're a foreigner. So when they tell you an item is 10,000, bargain as much as you can and get it to even 5,000. And with that 5,000, they probably make a profit from it as well. So sharpen your bargaining skills and don't take the price that you're told as the final price. Just bargain and even walk away if you need to, and they will lower the price for you. Travel with a local. You can decide to travel solo, and that's okay. And maybe some people just don't trust or feel it's risky to travel with a local, but I would definitely suggest you travel with a local. If you're planning to go to Tanzania, hit me up, let me know. I might be there and maybe we can travel together, or I might connect you with people who are Tanzanians who can give you suggestions and help you navigate through Tanzania. The benefit of traveling with a local is they know the surroundings, they know the people, they know the places to visit. In addition, we have different prices for locals and for foreigners. This is a mechanism that the Tanzanian government has adopted to encourage local tourism, and it's something I appreciate. But as for a foreigner, you might see this as something that does not make sense, and I understand that as well. So I would suggest you travel with a local and use that local person, that Tanzanian, to book your hotels, and the prices for your hotels will be probably much cheaper if a Tanzanian was to book them versus you booking them. Fees. Now, for those who don't know, there is an entry fee to all the national parks. I believe it's $100 for foreigners, and also there's an entry fee when you're traveling to Zanzibar. So just keep those options in mind. You're gonna pay to enter Zanzibar as well as pay to enter the national park. So just save additional money for those. Learn a few Swahili phrases. Swahili is a nice and beautiful language. It is calm, it is soft spoken, and there is no harm in learning a new language. So just try to learn a few phrases like karibu, shikamoo, hujambo, mambo, asante, kwaheri. Just little words that you can use and say to the local people, and a lot of Tanzanians appreciate it when foreigners try to speak the language. Buy a kanga, or dera, or make a kitenge. These are African prints, and you can make a dress out of it. A dera is a already made dress, and it's a free dress, and it's very comfortable. Kangas, you can use it as as wrappers. You can wrap it around your waist. You can use it to shower. You can use it to decorate your house. And as for kitenge, you can use it to make an outfit. We all know how beautiful African attires are, so just make one while you're there. I hope you plan to visit Tanzania. It is a beautiful country and you're gonna have an amazing experience. If you do visit Tanzania, please share your experience with us. And if you have any questions, please let me know. I am available at all times, and I will try my best to respond to your questions or refer you to someone who can give you a better answer. For those who have traveled to Tanzania, please share your experience in the comment section and whatever advice you have to offer to other people. Thank you for watching this video in the Twende Tanzania series. I hope these videos have been helpful. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on any upcoming videos. That is all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to keep spreading the African love, and I will see you next time. Kwaheri!